Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick Taylor. Back with an episode of that Rick Taylor podcast, man. I'm here with a special guest today, man. A good dude, man. Battle rap. You know, he go crazy with it. Artist, period. Creativity, got bars.
Nigga, I'm one of the nicest. Fuck the bullshit. Just go ahead and say it, man. I am one of the nicest.
I was trying to be humble, but hey, you know what I'm saying? He one of the nicest, and he bring that energy to the, you know, to the culture. And he really do his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he passionate about this. You know what I'm saying? And he'll call you out if you ain't really passionate about your shit. I'm here with the one and only, man, Larry Bull, man. What's going on, man? Talk this shit, man.
You already know what it is, man. Larry Bull in the building, man. Villside, Hoodlum gang. Got Hoodlum gang in the building with us, too, man. You know what I'm saying? We outside, bro. You already know what it is, man. Winter Circle shit, man. Shout out to the squad, man. Shout out to everybody in the squad, you know what I'm saying? Mike and Ike, Regal, A.R. Wesley, you know what I'm saying? The new additions to Villside, you know what I'm saying? Because, I'm not by myself no more when it comes to Villside. Yeah, I got a couple new players on the squad, man.
He said some legendary names, Mike Regal, A.R. Wesley, bro. Shout out to y'all, bro. My boy Mike Regal.
That's the three-man weave, man. Triangle offense right there, man. Them the boys.
Shout out my boys, man. Going crazy, man. Man, I'm going to kick it off like this, man. How you been, man?
Oh, I've been good, man. I've been in work mode, dog. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of the shit that I was saying in the city had me inspired, man. Shout out to Mo City. Shout out to the homie Big K. You know what I'm saying? Big Cash. Shout outs to her, man. Shout outs to LBM Joe. Shout outs to a lot of the people that's been inspiring me to get back active and work on an album, because I had told niggas I wasn't gonna drop nothing this year. I was gonna just let this whole year go by. And wasn't nobody gonna get nothing from me. Like, the battles was kind of just, those wasn't even my plans. Those just came across the board. And I'm like, oh, shit, pick up that check real quick. Yeah, nigga.
Hell yeah. Get that bread, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, I also want to say this, too, because I wanted to ask you about this. Shout out Chicken P on his deal with 10K projects and stuff like that. Like, how did you feel to see Chicken P get that deal and stuff like that? And, like, somebody from the hometown, from the home team, you know what I'm saying?
It's not the first person I've seen do it, but I definitely am happy for him, because I remember when I first heard I can't remember how the song goes. Oh, yeah. That big stupid ass bro, bitch, man, I ain't slept in the wind.
Yeah.
That shit, like, when I heard that, I was like, hey, yo, like, I was apprehensive at the sound in the beginning, because, you know, the whole gritting scene, I was thrown off by it. I go to the barbershop, you know what I'm saying? Turnaround King, that used to be my barber and shit before all this was gone. But I used to go to his barbershop with him and his brother, and they was the ones who put me on to him. And the rest of them, like, even the ones that's not even really that active no more, like Cap Drive, Montana, all of them, like, they Turnaround King put me on to all them niggas, bro. And I remember hearing him, and I was like, when I heard that song at first, I was like, hey, look, I don't know what this is, but for some reason, like,
it sounded like
it sounded like something that I like. Even if I only get one song from a nigga, because I don't really dive into what they talking about,
right?
That would, at that point in time, that would have been the first song I grabbed.
Right. And you know what's crazy too? I like to point out this too. Like, you know, Chicken been original the whole time. He ain't been trying to get into nobody's lane, trying to do no other shit. And it kind of reminds me of you and a couple other artists that I really genuinely fuck with. Yeah, you like you, for example, you stay in your lane, you do your own thing. You won't try to go with what's hot or what's viral. Let me just kind of do this dumb shit to get some views. You stay to yourself. You stay true to your craft.
Yeah, because I got into hip hop during a different era. I got into it in an era where, first and foremost, niggas had to rap on command. Niggas don't do that no more. Nobody has people running up on them saying, "Hey, spit something." Around this motherfucker, boy, when I said I rapped, like, bro, on Villside, on my block, when I used to come outside, bro, I wasn't the only nigga that rapped.
No bullshit.
You know, shout out to Zach B, shout out to Flash Gang, Mikey, and all of them. Like, we neighborhood niggas.
You had to be ready. Like,
so I'm coming outside, and these the older niggas. They grown already. I'm 15, 16, and all I did was throw on my space that I could rap.
Yeah.
I come outside, and this niggas get to playing beats. Niggas get to playing songs and we rap over the songs. Niggas get to beating on the motherfucking table, the car window. It don't matter. If we sitting in a circle and niggas get to rolling up or we just bored, I am expected to fucking rap.
That's the time to get your shit off. You know, if we in a different era, because, like, you know what I'm saying, back then, you want to be a rapper, you got to be ready. Motherfuckers run up on you, you rap? Okay, if somebody tell you rap, spit some shit. Like, you can't be like, oh, no, I ain't got nothing for you. Like,
I've been a part of the old school style of battling where it was just, when you run out of raps, Whenever that happens, that's when you lose.
Nigga, we grew up in the Smack DVD era. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I got smoked like that before against a nigga who barely rapped like that. One of the niggas on the block who would just always jump in the ciphers. It was me and him.
Yeah, I
no beats, no nothing, and niggas was getting. Bro, I got smoked.
Nothing. Like you gotta have a 16 ready. Like sometimes it was
off the dome. It was off the top. Majority of the time.
Off the dome, because I battled a nigga on the bus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga wasn't even prepared. Like,
me and Rance Young battled off the dome at school before because we rapped. That was literally the reasoning why. Like, it wasn't we had tension or none of that. Like like we said before, like Renz was the nigga that let me know, oh shit, we can record here. Like, nigga, we can do that here. Oh, bet.
You know the beauty and not to cut you. You know the beauty about music, bro. It kind of reminds me of sports, like, because it is a sport to me.
Definitely.
It's like. You a hooper yourself.
Indeed.
And you see another nigga that's a hooper, like, oh, you hoop? Okay, let's play one-on-one.
You know who got that dog in him.
Yeah, exactly. So you gonna see,
and like, that's exactly how it started. We was at it was homecoming week and it was like the powder puff game, so the girls was playing flag football and shit. So we just there. We staying after and shit. And me, him, and this white dude named Jimmy. Mm-hmm. We sitting on the bleachers and Renz looked at me and was like, I want you to battle me, bro. Like, he laughed. Like, he's like, you know, basically like on some like, let's see what it is, bro.
Right.
Like, you didn't started rapping this year. I've been rapping since last year. Everybody within our little small circle of niggas at this suburban ass school is already putting us like this against each other.
Right.
Let's get it out the way.
You know, when I heard that shit, bro, because my cousin Rob, you know my cousin Rob, Uptown Rob Bango, and he told me, like, bro, I know Larry.
He was in that same circle of it was him, me, and Renz just being held up against each other. Like, I had to battle some niggas in his group once before.
Yeah, that's crazy that there's this whole time and just like you go back, bro. He was like, bro, Larry been the same nigga, bro. Like, he's animated. He's who he is. He take his craft serious. Yeah, bro. He's been the same nigga, bro. Like, just to see how that goes from like the culture period, like to the point like niggas are run down on you, like, bro, like, hey, you rap too? I heard you call. Spit your shit.
Rob called me in the summer, bro. We wasn't even at school. Rob calls me in the middle of like July. I'm on the block. I stop everything I'm doing to answer the phone because Rob don't call me. Not only was he an older nigga, Rob don't call me. Like, we was cool, but we wasn't like this. No, we was not that cool. So, but he had my number. Nigga calls me, and I think I didn't even battle him. It was one of the niggas that I think it was either Young Moan or one of them two was on the phone, bro.
It probably was Moan. Shout out Moan, Young Moan. Shout out Moan.
And niggas just was like, whatever you got, nigga, go. Like, it was on some go until you can't no more. And they was just evaluating niggas. Like, yo, niggas wanted to see, like, hey, do we got that dog in him? My whole thing was, I was ready. I didn't have no writtens. It was just go. And back then, I prided myself on freestyling. Mm-hmm. I prided myself on a nigga point to me, I'm ready to rap.
Yeah,
you got me fucked up if you thought I wasn't.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part about it. Like, and that's what I get from you. Like, when I see Larry Boo or I hear Larry Boo, I hear hunger. I don't hear no, I'm finna do with the time. It's just your whole camp, bro. Like, you, Hoodlum, Larry.
We don't even rap about fancy shit. If you listen to our raps, nigga, that shit is catered to what the fuck we been through, what the fuck we seen, what the fuck goes on in our circles. Like, nigga, you can't name one thing in any album I've rapped about that I haven't done. Mm-hmm. I swear to God. If you done heard me say I touched down somewhere, we was there. If you heard me say we making this, that, and the third, that shit is true, bro. I'm not lying in no rap I fucking said.
And that's what it is. To me, with music, it's like, it's supposed to sound like where you come from in your life and like the soundtrack to your life, pretty much. Yep. You know, so like that's how hip hop was born. You know what I'm saying? Like, we rapping about what's going on in neighborhoods and shit. Like, even from like Curtis Blow and Flash and Furious 5 and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like, you literally hear that. Excuse me, Melly Mel and them talking about what's going on in your neighborhood and in your life, my boy.
And I was a nigga who, you know what I'm saying, when it came to me writing raps, like, I studied certain people, so I was able to understand, like, I'm animated, this, that, and the third. That's because of who I studied. I fuck with the early Eminem. I love Slim Shady. He was one of the niggas like, bro, I don't give a fuck about what nobody talking about. Yeah, it may not bang in the club to y'all. That shit was banging in my car, nigga. Like, one of the first albums I bought, I was like, in my hip hop existence, was the Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember, like, as certain songs grew over time, like how I used to get chills listening to Kim, not knowing what the fuck was going on, but I knew that she was wild. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And or just hearing the humor and knowing that he was not being serious, but he was rapping his ass off.
Right. Would you call yourself like would you consider yourself as a hip hop historian?
probably more for the city. Damn near.
Okay, there you go.
But I feel like in as far as hip hop history goes, like when it comes to like beefs and battles, like because that was what got me interested in hip hop in the first place. You know, watching the beef DVDs. The first one.
Classics.
Right. The first one, which was narrated by Ving Rhames, which I did not know, even though I was reading the credits. I was like, nah. Melvin narrated this?
Did he do all of them or
No. It was a different famous person that you wouldn't expect to narrate it every time. So remember the New News Daddy off ATL?
Oh, he did the second one.
He did the second one.
Who did the third one?
The third one was K-Slay.
It sure was K-Slay. That's the one I
K-Slay.
remember the most. But them beef DVDs was crazy. That let you know, bro, like we came from a different era, bro. Like we used to live for that type of shit. Like,
And in that first DVD, it gave us hip hop history on top of the beefs. So you actually had to go to
KRS-One and Busy B.
and knowing that nigga, a certain battle, if the other nigga wins, the way we rap potentially does not exist. Like, cause the Busy B Cool Mo D battle was literally
That's what it was. My bad.
That was literally like the olden version of J. Cole versus Lil Pump.
Yeah.
Cause Lil Pump is ooh, ah, ay, and all that in his raps, and Cole is you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So then you go back to Cool Mo D. Cool Mo D was he was the first nigga doing that type of rap.
Yep.
Then you got Busy B who would
party
sample
started.
nigga shit. He was a baba dang diggy dig. He's doing that.
Yeah.
So you got that versus that, and also the other element was who's shaking this building while they rapping. And you mean to tell me Cool Mo D smoked a party rapper in the party era, and that changed the entire outlook on rapping?
Man, it's a fact. Let me ask you something, because we grew up in the era, you know, we grew up in the era of the 90s and the 2000s and shit like that.
For sure.
Who you got, the 90s or the 2000s?
Are we going before the 2010s when you say 2000s? Like just literally 2000 to
like
09?
2000, yep, 2009. Okay. Yeah.
And we going from 90 to...
Yeah, 90 to 99.
What do I got? And we damn near got to like specify, like, are we talking about with
different.
bars or just the music?
I don't know, whatever you want to consider it as.
Because beat-wise and musically, I'm going 90s because I like the samples. I love the new renditions of old songs. I love the G-Funk, which was Parliament Funk mixed with, you know, gangster rap. So I like the G-Funk era. That's the thing that got me into rapping too. Like my favorite rapper, even though he's not a rapper, was Dr. Dre at a point in time when I was like 6. He was, who your favorite rapper? Dr. Dre?
Yeah. Facts.
Found out the nigga not even a rapper,
right,
dog.
He's just
Fuck my whole shit
producer,
up.
like one of the first producers turned rappers type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, nigga, I ain't know the niggas he was rapping with was helping them get that shit together.
Yeah, I didn't know that neither. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't even know Eazy-E wasn't even supposed to be a rapper. He was just a nigga with the money. And they like, no, you really do this. You really live
He had
this.
the life. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That was them keeping it real. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about no crazy gangster shit. That's not where I'm from all the way. Like, I tell niggas all the time, like, this is a perfect example. I am not a street nigga. I'm a hood nigga.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference? Street nigga is a nigga in the street. A hood nigga is a nigga who had a chance to be in the streets, but he chose not to. But he's from the same hood. He's from the hood, but he's not an active street nigga.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You know, now, what you, like, you know, like, I don't know if I asked you this the last time, like, well, you said Eminem. Like, is Eminem the reason why you started rapping, or is there more people reason why you started rapping?
It was the reason I started rapping, honestly, it was 50 Cent. 50 Cent,
oh, my goodness.
Like, when 50 came out, and then, like I said, the Beef DVD he was the headliner of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Of the documentary. So me just watching him be embroiled in the beef with Jai and how it spilled over, and like I was fascinated by the whole thing, but mostly how it was just nigga track after track. In this case, mixtape after mixtape. Like, nigga, I could literally get the whole story in rap form, and I went and found every track. Like, nigga, it went from there to finally starting to pen raps, and some of the first raps I was writing was because I had the 50 Cent Bulletproof game. So you win the game and you would get beats unlocked on the fucking game. I would take the beats,
crazy.
And I would take one of them little old MP3 players with the little voice recorders, and I would play the beats and rap. You know what I'm saying? And between that and LimeWire, your boy could not be stopped.
You know what else crazy that I had at the time? I don't know if you remember this game, Get on the Mic.
Nope,
You ever heard of that?
Never even heard.
Oh
of
my
that.
goodness, that was like one of the first rap games. Like it came with a microphone and everything. Like you get the game, you play as this character. You could pick whatever character you want. You supposed to recite other people's raps, but I was rapping my own shit.
The
You know
closest
what I'm
I
saying?
got to that was the Parappa the Rapper demo on the PlayStation game.
I remember. Oh,
the PlayStation demo
I
that had
remember
Parappa the Rapper on it.
I
Like
remember that shit. That's crazy, bro.
that's as far as I got with that shit.
Legendary shit, bro. Like that let you know we come from the same era, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about your new single, man. Quiet Gangster, man.
Woo!
Like, what did that come about? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That came about during a time when I made that shit last year.
Mm-hmm.
It was I was just getting back to recording.
Mm-hmm. Do me a favor, give me a little bit more on the mic.
You said get up more.
Yeah,
Oh
just
yeah.
give me more mic.
Well, honestly, yeah, I was just getting back to writing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like after Legendary came out, I took a big old exhale. I did all of them battles with RBE and all that the following year leading through the summer. So after I went on a little revenge tour after a bad battle on RBE, I kind of was just chilling. I wasn't writing no music. I had beats, but I wasn't actively looking for nothing. So what happened was this producer, the dude who made that beat, his name is Last Atlantis. He's a dude from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I think he seen one of the freestyles that I did or some shit. I think I did something and I posted it, and he saw that shit and he was liking all my shit, and he sent me a DM and was like, yo, I got beats, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for artists to work with. You want to check some shit out? And then when I went to his page, I heard a couple joints. And I was like, yeah. And this nigga sends me I think he might have sent me his whole catalog through Dropbox. Just opened up the whole folder. So I'm picking through shit. And he had beat packs labeled by name. And this one was like in a Lil Baby, Lil Durk pack. And I said, at that point in time, I was actually listening to a lot of what Durk and Baby was doing. Like up until Voice of the Heroes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, let me see what he got in here. And I actually had found a couple joints in there. And it got me back to writing shit and making songs, not just, writing bars. So, and I ended up doing that song because I was like, yo, I need something that's hard, but I also need something that I can just rap on and get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was I heard that beat. Like I was riding in the car, and right when the beat dropped, the shit you heard is the shit that I kind of like spat out while I was driving. I was kind of like I was acting like I was Lil Baby. I was like, let's get into the let's switch the flow. I was whispering to myself, and then next thing I know,
you got something different coming.
I had a whole thing coming.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, I went and recorded that shit, and I was like, I played it for this nigga back here, Hoodlum and shit. And he looked at me, and whenever Hood tell me why the fuck I ain't get on that, I got a good song.
Yeah.
Whenever he says, hey, bro, why you ain't call Hoodlum for this?
That's them any artist. You hear some calls, he be like, damn, let me get up on it, do a remix or some shit.
But that's what let me know I had a good one. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I also wanted to make it real short, so I didn't put a second verse on it because I had an idea of a second verse, and I was like, nope. What I did was I smashed both verses together because the breakdown of the beat came so far, like at the end of the track. So I was like, fuck it.
Right.
Boom, boom, put them together and just run the whole thing. And then the next thing I know, the little hook I had was what I came with, and I was like, get up out of there.
Right. Do you got a video to that, or you got a video coming to that?
Right now we got a in live studio performance featuring y'all favorite little small person legend and shit on Juice Talk TV's YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We already at 1K, so y'all go run them numbers up, man. Go to Juice Talk TV on YouTube, or just type in Larry Bull and it'll pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Quiet Gangster. You know what I mean?
Shout out Juice Talk too.
But I think I will do an actual music video to it real soon. I definitely will. But I definitely wanted to just get some content out for it when I released the single, because I released the video the day before the song came out.
Right.
So it was damn the perfect timing.
Perfect timing, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's everything's about God timing, it just happens to work that way.
Yeah, because all of my projects that I put out up until this point, they wasn't fully planned. It was like certain shit fell into place, and I was like, all right, bet, we doing an album.
Mm-hmm.
Like the paper route came from me riding with my homie Marcus X. He had a paper route literally delivering newspapers at like from 12 to like 4 in the morning.
Mm.
And what I would do was, because I ain't had no job at the time, and Mike and AR and the homies that kind of just all went their separate ways and moved away and shit, I was stuck at the crib by myself, and I wasn't doing nothing but taking care of my pops at the time. And I needed to get out the crib somehow, some way. So I get to doing these paper routes with this nigga, and we smoking and modulating and just talking about shit. And next thing you know, I'm talking about this concept about these niggas go from delivering newspapers to coming up with a harebrained scheme to get some cheese and end up out in Cali in the most weirdest events.
Right.
So and it was supposed to be a whole little skit movie that I was coming up with, and I just was like, nah. Well, we ain't got no time for that, but it became a whole album. Mm-hmm. And it was actually based off of the celebration of the successful run that me and the gang had just had before they moved away. Because I'm rapping about going out west and this, that, and the third on the album. But what really happened was the homies moved to Vegas. My other producer went to Atlanta. But before that, we was just damn near on like a mini tour where we'd have been to Arizona. We went to Texas. We went here. We went there and was going stupid. Right. Nigga, oh my God. And I was battling in between that. So, nigga, the ego and the creativity and the content was just overflowing at the time when I made the album. Legendary. All these legendary life moments that will not be a first ever again happened for that album.
Right. That's dope. But that's crazy how life works, and like, you know, off an idea and then just get to go into other things and going to places. Yeah. Just never know how it's gonna turn out. And then speaking of life, you know, changing events and stuff like that, one of y'all own, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy LL Coogi. He's in London right now. You know what I'm saying? Or he was.
He should be at the crib right now. He just probably sleep.
Okay.
he said
he went to
He's
London.
supposed to be back Saturday night, so he should be at the crib. But yeah, no, shout out to the squad for that one, bro. Like, I was talking to him last night after the battle. I called him and I was like, hey, man, get the trophy home safe, bro. But I'm proud of you. I'm beyond proud of you because at this point, I told him, I was like, at this point, bro, outside of, you know, like the hit list of big names that we all know and love as fans of battle rap that you are putting yourself in position to battle. Outside of that, nigga, you damn near beat the game, bro.
Yeah.
You done went overseas. You done participated in the big tournaments. You've battled names. You've battled on literally every platform that has existed. Facts. On the medium and top tier levels of battle rap. You even in the financials, like, nigga, you've been paid what them other niggas get paid, bro. You know what I'm saying? The ones where you go, oh no, he eating off this shit. He's in that category with this shit. Like, you're approaching, you know, you are a million view nigga in totality. Like, all his battles added up equals like 1 million views at this point. You have almost 100 fucking battles, bro. You've traveled for like maybe 3 years straight before battling here again, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's dope, bro. Like, and like, just like, you know, shout out to him, and then just y'all whole little circle and stuff like that. Yeah. Y'all niggas beat the odds, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fast.
It's already hard doing music here, period, but then battle rap and stuff like that, it's just sounds like it's probably harder. Like, y'all been on different platforms, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's crazy to me. Like, and I see y'all.
But we started with the music, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But also, niggas got to understand how you got into the game will show in what you do. Cause like, you probably talked to Hoodlum before. Like, he might have even said it. Like, he was in one of the first existing battle rap type things around this motherfucker. Yeah. And he participated heavily in that, you know what I'm saying? Whereas, like I just told you, I was like, bro, I got into music from watching niggas battling, listening to the diss records. You feel me what I'm saying?
Facts.
And then, like, I had to learn, when I got with Regal and them, that's when I learned to make music. Nigga, I was watching that shit and I learned how to be an all-out spitter. Then when Smack came out, back when it was Jen versus Serious Jones and all, like, I was in tune with that at the same time. And what I had made a conscious decision for myself was, these niggas is the coldest lyrically. I.e. Mook, Cassidy, who else was coming out around that time? J Hood, Cicero, all of these. These were that was the spitter era of niggas getting deals. You know, J Mills, all of those type niggas. If you could battle good, you was getting a deal at one point.
Facts.
But the problem was, like, you can tell, these niggas was so hungry that this was all they was focusing on, was just getting the raps together. Right. They wasn't in the stew every day because they was on the corner biting niggas' heads off.
Right.
I made the conscious decision. I said, niggas got to rap like Rex and them, but you got to be able to do it on beats.
Right.
Which is where Mixtape Larry even came from. Like, if you go listen to the first mixtape I actually released before I did an album was Body Bags. Nigga, every track is literally lyrical assaults that could be taken and put in battles now. Like, if you turn the beat off, slow this shit down, and listen to it, and listen how layered it is, from scheming to the reaching and all of the stretching out words. I was already doing that, but I was doing it on beats. I had to, like, when I got into battle rap, I had to learn how to do that without the beat and still had these pockets and transitions, and then the performing and all that other shit that came from, nigga, if I wasn't a student of battle rap in itself, I wouldn't have been able to even do the shit.
Right.
It came from just a lot of watching. I sat on the sidelines for over a decade before I even thought about battling.
Right.
Writing a diss record. Oh, I was G Unit with it back then, my nigga. Like, stop playing with me. I used to want a nigga to say something crazy to me.
Right. You know how battle rap changed? It changed tremendously to me. You can go just from spitting your hottest bars to now you gotta have that performance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people who was popping back then, they ain't popping right now.
Right.
Because they don't know how to control that crowd or know how to get with the times. Like, how does that feel to you, like, to see it change and, like, see, like, artists, like, who was popping back then or people who's, like...
Oh, it happened when Cassidy came back.
Yeah, I was
When Cassidy came back, you don't understand... When we all was watching, we bought that event pay-per-view wise. Like, the homies bought that. We go to the crib, we sitting there watching it. All of them was prepared to not enjoy Cassidy. I was the nigga in the crib. They looking at me like, Larry, sit your motherfucking ass down. Because I'm like, come on, Cass. Yeah, don't let Goods do you like that, nigga. You rap better than him. Yeah, no, he lost.
Yeah, it's the times, like, he's stuck in 05 or
But then when he battled Hitman, I'm over here like, I'm expecting Cass to lose. So I'm like, all right, Hitman, go ahead. You can't be the nigga to be the one to lose to him, bro. You can't. Because he didn't battle Arsenal, he didn't battle Goods, and he didn't battle Disaster. He's 1-3. Don't let him go 50. Don't let him go 500 off you, bro.
Right.
And it happened. I was like, oh shit, Cass just won, bro.
Yeah.
He really retooled it. That was the thing. Like, after they trash, I want to see if they can adjust. Like Mook, it took him a couple battles, but he adjusted.
He did.
Jay Mills, it took him a couple battles, and he's still losing, but he
adjusted,
you know what I'm saying?
time.
But he's adjusted. He's up to date now. You know what I'm saying? It's just now he has to work on what does he do well. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know you got stage presence. We know you got the resume. We know you got the background. All right, cool. Can you punch? Can you scheme? And is it catchy? Is it good? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we cheering for the shit? Or is the other nigga just trash?
Right.
So we have to cheer for somebody.
Right. So it can be difficult, like, for people trying to, like, you know, just thinking like, we created this shit, we came up all this shit, like, it's a different time now, like, you know, that's like the NBA or sports period, it's a whole different time now, you know what I'm saying?
But then you got those OGs who retired early and they still with the shits, you know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga like Rex, he can battle forever because his shit keeps translating and he keeps updating. Tay Rock has lasted as long as he had because he keeps updating. Or even with Cave Gang and gun titles, just surrounding yourself with newer niggas who are trying the new shit, you eventually will catch on.
Facts.
Me just being a student, like I said, I'll never be out of phase because I'm always interested in who's code, like who's fire, who's gonna make me reevaluate my entire thinking about rap. And it happens very, very often because I'd never, you know what I'm saying, underestimate anybody. I can learn something from anybody. Like, there may be a trash nigga right now who got 1 million mixtapes and he's still ass, but I guarantee you I can learn something from him. Right.
That's a fact. I mean, I had a couple more questions for you. Let me ask you this. You know, a lot of people, like, you know, Bankhead, shout out Bankhead. He's with I'm
fire.
Is he still with what was that, DNA and K-Shine?
NWX doesn't exist anymore.
No more.
Nope.
Oh shit.
NWX ended in totality like last year.
Okay.
And the after effects are still kind of lingering. Like, what happened was, first K-Shine left 2 years ago. Like, during the pandemic, Shine was on his way out the door. DNA fully announced it like last summer that he was gone, and they made the shit. So once Shine left, it was like, all right, you got DNA, T-Top, and
ain't no NWX no more type shit.
Right. And all of the main characters kind of were already branching off anyway. Like, Official was still NWX, but she went and joined and created the Bardashians with Jazz and Casey J. T-Top was the only nigga kind of still in the group, but by himself, but he was still tag team partners with Briz.
Yeah.
So he was always back and forth with him anyway.
Right.
Then you had the Saga, who left early and went and started the Four Horsemen with Loso, Street Hymns, and fucking, I forgot Oops. You know what I'm saying? A-Ward, you went over there with that shit.
Yeah.
So you already had niggas who, if they was gonna be stars, they've already branched off and did their thing. So
Right.
you can end the shit if you want to.
So let me ask you, like around that time where a lot of people was clicking up and having teams and stuff, like Bankhead, he was with a team, LL Cool J was with a team. Have anybody ever reached out to you like, hey, bro?
Hoodlum gang.
Hoodlum gang. Yeah, that's family though. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's family. Yeah, for sure.
It became family.
Yeah. Oh, so you would like you just
listen. Hoodlum gang. I did not start that. I was not there when it started. Hoodlum gang started with Hoodlum, LL Cool J, and BMB Mike G.
Mm.
Then they added the homie Duffy Boy Zilla, and then they added C Hit.
Mm.
I was the last nigga to join, and that was for multiple reasons. The first reason was and Jay Lopez was in there before me. And what happened was me and Lopez ended up doing a tag team battle. But during our practices, he had actually extended the olive branch before they even knew about it. And I respectfully told him no, because at the time, nobody knew me still. And I felt like they were about to be or were the hottest niggas here that actually could rap. And I said, no, y'all have to see me before I join. I want respect that way, the way it's supposed to be. Not, no, we just brought the nigga in, then everybody be like, oh, yeah, y'all scared of him. That's why y'all let him join. No. I wanted to be like, hey, no, he ran the fades with the homies and got put on the right way.
Right.
That's how I wanted it to be.
Right.
And at the time, like, me and Mike G started on the same damn day. So me and him was always arguing. And then Coogi was already in positions, getting ready. He was already in the conversations of he's finna be the top nigga.
Right.
And and he was at my first battle. But even then, like, because I had a cousin who was already cool with them, my cousin said, he used to tell me like little shit that they used to say before I was cool with them, which they didn't know that, which is why I used to just come fuck with them, come shake up with niggas and all that, because I already knew it was love.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm not going to fully buy into that until everything was cool. And what ended up happening was I was about to battle. Like, I got into it with a nigga from Rockford and shit, or Peoria. That's where he from. And I was about to battle him. And right before the battle, maybe like 2 weeks before, I get a phone call. Well, not even a phone call. I get a DM from the homie Meech. And he like, hey, hit my line. I knew what was finna happen right then and there. But before I could even talk to him, Coogi called me and was like, hey, we finna put you in Hoodlum gang, bro.
That was it.
They wasn't asking. They was telling me.
Yeah. What did that feel like?
Well, at first, I still wanted to say, man, I wanted to bet. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Because at the same time, I'm gonna join this shit, and I know that I'm going to get every Coogi, Hoodlum, Mike G, Zilla bar thrown at me because these are the favorites. These are the niggas I had to fight to get the light on me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't going to be no easy feat, even me being on the same squad with them. Mm-hmm. So that was one of the reasons I said, yeah, fuck it. Because I'm going to get better. I got to get better. And there's shit that I seen these niggas do already and on platforms I haven't even touched. Like, they was already in motion. Like, Mike G had already appeared on Cartel. And all of them was on Spit That Heat already for like the third time before I even joined. You see what I'm saying? Like, niggas was getting co-signed by Cortez and having arguments with Tay-Rock before Larry Bull was even gave a fuck about. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, Lopez and Coogi made it to URL. Damn near like the same year that I was over there. For the first year. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
So for me, it was like, it made me have to, you know, be on my P's and Q's, because not only am I standing next to something that's really hot, but I got to increase my own brand.
Right. But that's dope to me, because it's like, it showed me that they seen something in you, because it ain't like they just letting anybody come over there and join the group. You know what I'm saying? They seen something in you a long time ago.
Yeah,
like,
it was the music. It had nothing to do with battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Hoodlum and the rest of the gang, they was hearing my music because of via said, or, you know, from the shit I was posting on my social media. Because like I told you, like, I jumped into battle rap to promote my first album. I had just finished it, and I was like, what can I do now to push this shit? I did a mini documentary online, and then the homie Regal was pushing me to battle. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Me and him went to our first event, and we seen this nigga over here kill somebody, 3 rounds, freestyle.
Going crazy.
Like, I'm pretty sure Hoodlum only had a round and a half. Because I watched this battle a dozen times, and I was there, and I'm like, he only had a round. Hoodlum, how many rounds did you actually write in that battle versus A1 the Chemist?
Going crazy.
Like he said, he only had 1 round, bro. And that was in the first. After that, he I ain't never seen a nigga get killed like that. And when I saw that, and it was URL niggas in the building, I went to say it, and I was like, yeah, I got to do this.
That's gold material, man. Shout out Hoodlum, man. He came up here and spit it off the dome. The only person I know that really spit off the dome ever. It ain't saying that wrong with writing, but
he made me get my off the dome shit back together, because when we actually started linking up, bro, what do you think we did majority of the time?
Rap, for sure.
Yeah, because he knew I made music.
Iron sharpen iron.
But not even that. He knew I made music and was like, I want to see what's popping with the music, bro. Like, fuck this battle rap shit. He's like, this shit cool, but
yeah,
I want to fuck with you on the music tip. So every time we link up and shit, he turned on YouTube. And as a nigga who raps and also is respected as for rapping, and knowing what I seen this nigga do on a daily basis, I was like, there's no way I'm finna just sit here and just let Hoodlum rap. And he not pass me the bike, and I don't rap too. So now I went from, damn, I don't even be doing the off the dome shit no more, because don't nobody really make me amped up to jump in ciphers. You got to be cold. Like, if there's no competition there, I don't participate anymore. That's what it is for me.
We got to bring back those too, ciphers. Ciphers ain't.
If the niggas are good, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I've participated in ciphers multiple times, but I'm like, if the niggas around it aren't gonna make me say, oh, dog, I gotta find a way to steal the show with these bars. Like, if I don't have that urge, then I'm not gonna participate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this nigga made me participate. Like, that was part of the reason. So it was like, bro, for like a year straight, all I did was sit with this nigga and we just rapped. Just rapped. This was outside of preparing for battles. We talking about playing beats and just rap.
Right. Gotta go crazy, you know what I'm saying? That's part of the thing. Like, you know, when you're dealing with some top tier rappers, you know what I'm saying? Y'all all care for the same thing, you know what I'm saying? That's like you linking up with Kobe. What you think you gonna do with Kobe? So you gonna hoop.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't finna go kick it, fucking going to the club. We finna go to the gym. I wanna see what you got in you.
Get these buckets, nigga. Put these shots up.
What you got in you, man? Fuck going out drinking and partying. We finna hit this gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now, let me ask you, man. I don't know if I asked this before.
Mm-hmm.
These are my last two questions.
Okay.
Who is your, just artist, period? Like, who influenced you, or just artist, period, you think that's cold? Who is your Mount Rushmore?
Oh, the Mount Rushmore. Okay. It's going to do a lot with influence, too. So, my Mount Rushmore, and it's in no specific order. Wayne, Tupac, Eminem, and this last one. We're going 4 or 5, right?
4.
Because Mount Rushmore is only 4.
Yeah. So, but you could throw a 5th in there for honorable mention, just for top 5.
Okay, so yeah. Slim Shady, Pac, Wayne, and 50.
50. That's a good.
And then the honorable mention would,
honorable mention for that top 5 as well.
Yeah, it would be probably, it's a toss up. It'll be between, nope, I know who it's going to. It's going to Bone Thugs. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna take one of these niggas out the Mount Rushmore and put Bone Thugs there, because they started everything. So I am going to move Wayne to number 4, and put Bone Thugs at 1, and then Pac at 2, and then Slim, and then Wayne, and yep, there it is right there. And then the honorable mention would be T.I.
Shout out to that. That's different, man. You know, a lot of people have like the same answers and shit, but that's different. That's different. I like that too.
Well, and if you see the favorite niggas I have, and then remember, Dr. Dre was my original kid favorite. So, and then that also led to Snoop, of course. But listening and following them, I didn't grow up on East Coast music. My dad was first off, he was a legit East Side street nigga. And my mom was somebody who was a hip-hop head. So she actually was the one who brought hip-hop into the house. He was a Whispers and Maze and all of them. You know what I'm saying? He was with that shit. She brought hip-hop in the house.
Why does it seem like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm noticing this is a pattern. Like, us being from where we from, we didn't grow up on East Coast music. We grew up on a lot of South and West Coast music.
Yep. And like then my daddy loved Master P and Cash Money.
Yeah, but
that was heavy in my house
right.
when they came out.
But then it's like our pops is like more on the oldies and moms them on the hip hop.
Yep.
And then the other stuff we found on our own just from listening to this. Like, let me explore.
Mama bought in Tupac. She bought in Dr. Dre. She bought in all that shit. There's a lot of West Coast niggas would be like, you listen to Dude? Yeah, like Drew Down was one of my favorite rappers.
Shout out Drew Down.
I love Drew Down. E40.
Pimp of the Year, Mac of the Year, all that.
Too Short was my daddy's favorite, but for me, it was, like I said, it was Drew Down, a little bit of E40.
Yeah.
And of course, like I like the Loonies song, like the I Got Five on it. So at one point it was the Loonies, MC8, fucking the what's that song off Friday by EA Ski? It ain't the niggas that act hard.
That shit
like,
going viral now.
Yeah, like niggas know who the dude is now. Like I remember once I got Apple Music, I was like, who actually made this fucking song? Because I was like, I went to the Friday soundtrack and I was like, all right, I can't find it. Then I went in Google and just started typing in lyrics. I was like, if it ain't them niggas that I typed that part.
Oh God! Like when you can't find the title of the song, you got to put a
just start typing shit. So I'm like, if it ain't them niggas that act hard, and then it was like, oh, it pop up, and I was like, oh, it's a gun song. But when I listen to how he rapping, I'm like, no, these is gun bars.
Yeah.
Like he's not really saying kill people. He's literally saying like in these situations, these result in people getting shot or me having to defend myself, as well as giving you a decent amount of crazy for the 90s gun bars.
Yeah. I watched that video recently and I was just like, damn, this is different. Like,
and he's straight West Coast as a bitch. And then
fuck, bro.
Whoever made that beat, God bless you. Yeah. Because that beat is hard, bro.
Yeah. That's a legendary song. Like, regardless, like if it's in Friday, but still, that's a legendary song. It goes perfect. You know where it's from, and then you just listen. I just watched the video.
But when you hear it off the top, when that part drop, you gonna run. Your first objective is you gonna look and then probably run.
Oh God.
But I never listened to East Coast music until I was grown.
Me too.
Like. And then on top of that, because Pac, would hit him up and the whole East Coast, West Coast thing, just hearing about it and being in the midst of it, like growing up with it, I didn't know nothing about it. But when I was hearing it from Pac and them, and then on top of that, when I got a little older and I'm watching the DVD, like I said, the first beef really goes through the real first hip hop beefs that we know about. And East Coast, West Coast was a big one. So I dove into all the West Coast shit because they sent the most shots.
Right. And that's the one we really knew about. That's what we came up
and me being in the Midwest and loving Pac and Dre and Death Row so much back then, I was like, oh, Midwest? Oh, okay, fuck it. Yeah, I can do this then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's all I cared about. So I didn't listen to Jay. I didn't listen to Big. I didn't listen to Nas. I didn't listen to Kim, Diddy, Puff and Mace and them. Like, that shit was cool, but Pops was like, we riding with Pac and them, but I fucks with a couple of these bad boy joints. Like,
Facts.
So we only saw what everybody else saw when it came to the East Coast shit. Like,
that's a fact, because that's what I saw, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I grew up on the West Coast and the South music and shit. I had to find East Coast on my own when I got later in my team.
Will say this, when I got into the battle rap shit back then, you know what I'm saying, when it was Freestyle Fridays and Fight Club, that's when I started getting into the East Coast shit, because I ran into the Philly shit, Cassidy, Cicero,
what's bro name?
That era, you know what I'm saying? Uncasa and Rex and Harlem, but all that. But I was really the Philly shit. So State Property and the Jada Kiss verse Bean shit. Like I was, that's what got me going, hey, whoa. Then Cassidy verse Freeway changed everything. The Cassidy freestyle mixtapes, like when he was going to radio stations, like I had a whole, like, nigga, I don't know how we got this book of CDs. I think my daddy stole it from somebody, or he might have bought it off of Hype. I don't know. He used to do a lot of hustling. But we had a book of CDs, burnt CDs and fresh shit. It was a burnt CD that said Cassidy Split Personality. Then it was like another one that just said Cassidy. So I put the Split Personality one in. Of course, that was the album. I put the other one in. It was a whole 30-something tracks of just him going to freestyles in the radio stations and bodying beats with Swiss Beats. So I'm hearing all of these, and I'm like, yo. That's when I had to start getting the pen up. Then around that same time, I discovered the Drought 3. So it was like bars. Immediately, you have to get good. Like 50 just made it okay to rap and diss niggas. But I'm like, no, when it come to spitting, them two.
Yeah.
During that era, the 2000s, them two.
That's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wanted to be, that was the era, just all bars. Like,
it was Cassidy versus Wayne heavy in the mid-2000s.
Got to get our bars up. see them Smack DVDs. They rapping on them Smack DVDs. Like, let me go. And it was beautiful, like, to go to the corner store and get one of them Smack DVDs. That's when you can buy it from the store.
Nigga, Smack DVD was on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Smack DVD bro, the battles were actually on the on-demand shit. Like, if you had Time Warner in 2006, you was able to watch Murder Mook versus Serious Jones on that. Because you could go to on-demand, and it was, for some reason, it was on there. I don't know how they pulled that shit off, because it wasn't a fight. Like, Fight Club was on TV, was on MTV at that time.
Yeah,
it was
I remember that shit.
It was on like MTV2 or one of the MTV channels.
MTV2, yeah.
And but I don't know how the Smack shit got into that.
Right.
But it was there, and niggas was watching it. So, hey, like, niggas don't understand, bro. Like, so
there's some history going down with this shit, man. You don't understand, man.
On the real.
It's good other times. Now, my final question is for you, man. Like, you got your battles, you got your new single and stuff like that. What's next?
2 albums. 2 albums. Yep, I'm going for the DMX move, bro. I'm gonna try to drop 2 albums in the same year.
Okay. Not one, but 2.
Yeah, and they're not gonna be like 2 of the same albums neither. And it's not gonna be like, oh no, one album he did what he's supposed to do, then the other one he just did some drastically different shit neither. It's really what it is it's the first time I'm actually, like, with these 2 albums, I'm trying to work with everybody. Like, I'm on my friendly shit. Like, I feel like I was on what Cole is now coming out of in the beginning, where when I first did my shit, I was like, it was going up in that era, like 2012 or 13, like, everybody was jumping on everything together. Like, you had 6 niggas on every song, and it was like a fucking receipt list of fucking rappers on every album.
Right.
I'm like, nah, I want niggas to fuck with me. And I also want to prove to myself, like, I don't need that. I don't want to get lazy or get too comfortable where I feel like I need that to do an album. So I only used to put, like, the closest people to me on albums. Like, if you check all of my albums, I have 1 rap feature, and it just so happens that they are all close friends of mine.
Right.
But only 1.
Yeah, it's like you come from that era, like, where it was like you really weren't trying to do collabs, and if it is a collab, it's somebody from your camp.
That, and it may sound bitter, but I don't care how niggas take it. Like, but when I was hitting niggas act like they won't hit me back, or they price themselves out. Like, right. Bro, I see through. Like, I'm behind the scenes. I'm a rapper too, so I'm behind the scenes on what, everybody's images and brands are at this time. So it's like, when you tell me a certain price, I know that that's not what it is, bro. And you only doing that because you think less of me right now. I don't appreciate that. So I'm gonna just leave the conversation right here. Mm-hmm. We don't even have to have that, man, you bogus forward. Nope. When you say that's your price, I'll say for sure. And just leave it alone. Right. And when I see you, it's still love.
Yep. But now, you Larry Bull, you got your name up and everything. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people trying to spin the block.
I'm letting it be known, man. I'm spinning the block on niggas because everybody know me at this point and we just ain't work together. Like, niggas know I'm a real nigga. Niggas know we cool. But every name that I call, I'm spinning the block on them. I'm getting a verse from Regal. I'm getting a verse from AR. I'm saying this because I'm going to make it happen or They already did it. I'm getting another verse from Mo City. I'm getting some shit from LBM Joe. I'm getting some shit from Dolo Jazz. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting some shit from Big Cash, like that I shouted out earlier. I'm getting some shit from her. I'm getting some shit from Stacks. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You see, I'm not playing. Yeah. I'm getting some shit from Hoodlum. You know what I'm saying? If Coogi stop rapping long enough, I'm gonna get some shit from him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some shit with him too. You know what I'm saying? He just out here getting what he wants. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I got the name for it.
I want to get some shit from Lopez too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a list, and that's why I'm doing 2 albums because I also have, like I said, I got people on Villside now that I'm putting on one of these albums, and they might be all on the same album, and then I'm gonna put the rest of the guys on this other album. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they fit what I'm doing over there compared to what I'm doing over here. You know what I mean?
Thanks. So we gonna make it happen, man. He's making it happen, man. He got his name, you know what I'm saying? He's spinning the block for y'all. Make sure y'all tap in with my boy Larry Bull, man. Everybody who want them features, man, y'all make sure y'all
tap in. And if you heard
in.
your name and I ain't hit you yet, don't worry. I'm gonna hit you soon.
Most definitely, man. My boy Larry Bull, man. Let them know where they can find you at, man.
You can find your boy at Villside Larry on all of the social medias. On Facebook, Villside Larry. On Instagram, at Villside _ I think it's _ just _ Larry. On Twitter, I mean on X. My bad. Hey, don't sue me,
Yeah, it is
Elon.
X.
We good. We good. On X, nigga.
X.
On X, you can catch me on at Villside _ Larry. And YouTube, Larry Bull. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bull versus. If you want to find the battles, Larry Bull verse, and then just hit that in the Google bar. But as far as all the music, Larry Bull on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, Amazon Play, fucking. What other shit they be having?
Everywhere,
Pandora. I'm on Pandora too, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all them joints and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bull, man. Type it in. Like Quiet Gangster is out now. Legendary is out now, man. Go get all them shits, man. Check that shit out. And if you haven't, you missing out, bro.
Right,
Trust me.
Y'all make sure y'all tap in. My boy going crazy on all them platforms, you know what I'm saying? True artist, true to his craft, doing his thing. Larry Bull, you know what I'm saying? I want to say thank you for coming to, the podcast again, you know what I'm saying? You came and blessed it for the first time, you know what I'm saying? And you made niggas come rap. So you know what I'm saying?
I told, bro, listen, man. I understand. Niggas don't have to give me the credit for shit that I know I started, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody who came in here rapping longer than 1 minute, switching beats, turning beats off, I started it all. Anybody who comes in here wearing any Milwaukee gear after me, I started it all, bro. I'm dead serious.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit. He
But
said
hey,
that.
y'all ain't gotta give me no credit because Larry is not real. You know what I'm saying? That shit goes 100 miles far. You know what I mean? For a reason.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you already know that it's my boy Larry Bull here in the flesh, man, going crazy. Y'all make sure y'all check him out and tap in with his music and his battles and all that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how it is, man. It's the Rick Taylor podcast. My boy Larry Bull dropped through, gave y'all them bars in a fire episode, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap in. Artists who want to come up here and rap, just DM me, you know what I'm saying? You heard my boy do. Y'all heard a lot of artists come up here and rap.
Don't come up here bullshitting.
Don't come up here and bullshitting. Come get your bars off. It don't matter what kind of style you got, come get your bars off, you know, showcase your talent. And you know what I'm saying? Once again, I want to say thank you for coming up here, you know what I'm saying? You and Hoodlum gang. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just like that, man. Till the next time. It's your boy Rick Taylor, Larry Bull, Rick Taylor Entertainment, and we out, man. Much love.